They're bulky, and boy can they move stuff. Not to be confused with bulldozers, which run on tracks, wheel loaders are the drivable heavy machines you see on construction sites and landfill sites, moving very heavy loads. The whole process starts by assembling around 100 steel components that make up the front frame. These parts are so heavy that workers have to use industrial strength magnets to move them. Metal workers measure and mark exactly where they'll weld the front frame parts together. Precision is important when it comes to building a 20-ton hunk of machinery. A few millimeters out at this stage would cause havoc later on. The preliminary welding is also done by hand on the 100+ steel parts that make up the loader's other 3 main sections: the rear frame, the driver's cab, and the moving arm at the front, called the boom arm. Once the manual welding is completed, robots take over to do the major welding. The front frame is solidly fused, it undergoes a final machining. Holes for the boom arm are measured by a computerized sensor, which calculates how to cut them to the exact specifications of the engineering design. The computer then guides the machining tools. First comes an initial cut. Then, after lubricant is applied, the final cut. When this operation's complete, the front frame will join the other sections at the paint shop. After painting, workers begin the final assembly. They position an axle under the front frame and another under the rear, then affix the frames to the axles with heavy-duty bolts. The diesel engine and transmission are mounted in the rear frame. After assembling, the cab is installed onto the rear frame. The wiring for the controls is connected. Next comes the boom arm. Workers line up the machined holes on the boom arm, then insert giant steel pins. This creates a pivot mechanism, enabling the arm to move up and down. The moving parts must fit together precisely, but not so tightly as to restrict movement, which explains why the welding and machining was so crucial at the start of the process. Once the boom arm's hydraulic lift system is tested, workers fit the tyres, which are almost 2 meters tall. Using a specially calibrated torque gun, 32 bolts are attached. The wheel loader is now fully assembled. The boom arm will be equipped with either a forklift, a broom, or a big shovel called a bucket. No matter which, the little boy in all of us still gets that little bit excited.